AI will not replace humans, but AI will replace humans who do not use AI. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Intellia podcast series. So today we have another guest with us, Rotaractor Senadi Vitana. So Senadi, introduce yourself to the audience. So anyone who doesn't know about you, who are you? What do you do?
Alright, so hi guys, I'm Rotaractor Senadi Vitana. I'm a third year from the Department of Commerce and Financial Management, and I am also the co-director of the Professional Development Avenue of the Rotaract Club of University of California.
So what are you doing in university? What are the subjects you're following?
So yeah, I'm studying the Bachelor of Commerce. I'm following the Bachelor of Commerce degree here. So I'm just starting the third year from tomorrow.
Is there any specialization?
No, I decided to go and generalize and not specialize in any.
Okay, so first of all, how do you get into road track?
Okay, so after I wasn't an interactor before, but during school days, I remember there were so many projects from different road track clubs, and that I was exposed to the road track clubs through the events that were open to the public. And then I was interested in what they did, and it was basically serving the community. It was a voluntary organization, and I thought, once I get into university, I might try out and get into the club. So I did it last year, and I found it really interactive, and it really served a purpose in the community. So I thought of carrying on with it, and I've been loving the experience since.
Okay, so you first get into your first year, you get into the international service, I believe.
Yes.
Why do you choose international service?
So I really wanted to be exposed to different cultures and have the whole global experience, I guess. And that's why I decided to go with International Service Avenue. And once I got into that, I actually got to experience everything that I wanted to experience. We did several projects. We did an e-magazine based on women empowerment, and for that also we got foreign writers, poets, and even personalities who were quite famous at the time or in different fields like mental health, and I got to interview them, and it was a whole new experience.
So after that first experience, you got selected as one of the co-directors of the Professional Development Avenue.
Yes.
So if anyone doesn't know what is Professional Development Avenue, so how do you introduce the avenue to your members? What is professional development? How do you conducting projects here?
Right. So basically, Professional Development Avenue is the avenue where you professionally groom the members of the club. So our focus is basically preparing them for the corporate world, according to my understanding at least. So basically, we also involved in building the fellowship among the members as well. But our main focus is professionally grooming them. So if a member is to approach me and ask me, what do you do in Professional Development Avenue? Basically, our projects are mostly focused on the professional grooming side. So soft skill development like leadership, communication, all that come in that basket. So our projects are also mostly based on those. And we have also diversified our projects into like really advanced technology sides as well. And we've done projects based on that as well.
So what are the projects that you have done so far?
So from our avenue, we've initiated Project Spectrum, which started last year actually. We by the Professional Development Avenue itself, and it was a huge success because it was very new to the. I would say it was new to the whole community in our country, because Spectrum is a project that is based on NFTs, and the purpose is basically our digital creators create the NFTs, and then we publish it on the platform for different people to buy the NFTs. And through the money we get from selling the NFTs, we contribute that money to a community service project of our own club. And that is what happened last year, and we followed through and developed it, advanced it, such that we have actually released about 470 NFTs, which is a massive amount. And we've been successful in selling off an NFT as well. And now our analytical team is dedicated into selling the rest of the NFTs so that we can raise enough and more funds for the upcoming projects of Community Service Avenue.
So last year, as Vice President, I also engaged
Yes, you
with
did.
the Spectrum. So I think this year, I believe more than 470 NFTs. So the idea is actually this time is create more kind of community than
Right.
just 4-5 NFTs, right?
Exactly.
So then from these technologies, you have also took another project under your avenue,
Yes.
I think called Build You.
Build
So what's happening there?
So Build You is basically very targeted on professionally grooming the members, mainly our members, but it has been open to everyone in the country. So undergraduates, school students, interactors, Rotaractors, and other clubs such as Gavel Club as well. So Build You is a project based on developing the English proficiency and also the soft skill development of the people. So we have, under Build You, we have collaborated with the Gavel Club of University of Kelaniya in conducting 3 sessions initially. So the first session was conducted physically at Vihara Mahadevi Park with the participation of members from our own club and also outside clubs. So the first session was mostly focused on getting to know people, ice-breaking sessions where people get to be comfortable in the public speaking platform, because we believe that the soft skill development and English proficiency is what really grooms the students, undergraduates into the corporate world, and that's how they are molded professionally. So that was the first session, and the two other sessions were conducted online, and it was also a massive success because we had participants from different countries as well, from Rotaract clubs of different countries as well. So that was very successful. And after the 3 sessions were done, we decided to initiate the Speak Up competition under Build You project. So Speak Up competition was held under 3 categories: newscasting, storytelling, and speech contest. So under these 3 categories, undergraduates sent in submissions and they were evaluated, and now we have actually given the work to the judge panel and they have finalized the marks, and we are yet to release it. And after we release it, we are actually planning on having the final competition on the day of the award ceremony. So everyone will get to experience it, and even the participants mostly haven't been exposed to a huge audience. So I think that this will be like a massive opportunity for them as well. So with that, we hope to have the award ceremony somewhere in this month itself.
So from the latest technology to professional grooming,
Yeah.
I think now you have created another platform, another project for the innovators and the entrepreneurs and the science people and everyone together try to be innovative. So what's
Yes.
that about?
So that is our newest project from the Avenue. It is the exhibition. So we have decided to go ahead with our name Pioneers, which we will later talk about. But we are still at the initial stages of the project. So so far, what the purpose of the exhibition is basically to bring all the amateur undergraduates, school children who are who have ideas, who have these solutions to existing problems in the country or at global scale as well. So basically, if you take an industry such as such a small thing as like architecture, if you take the side, and if a person has an idea that this green concept would work with it, they can have this, they can display it we are hoping to have a physical exhibition open to everyone, so that everyone can see the innovators exhibits, so they can have demonstrations, they can even publish, you know, case studies. It's just a basically it's like a solution to problems that innovators get together and, you know, display their exhibits. So basically that's the idea, but it's still at the developing stage. Think plans might change, but this is basically the general view of it.
Okay. So the as for the professional development avenue, so you have come this far.
Yeah.
But I want to go to the last year also.
Right.
So last year I think our members and most of the Rotaractors know we have a project called Rota Tomorrow. So you are one of the team leaders in one of the project. I think you sacrifice a lot for that project. I believe, right?
Yes,
So,
I did.
so what is that project? So how's that progress? So how's the progress in that?
Yeah. So last year, Rota Tomorrow, we were divided into teams, and then there was a bidding process, and we got. We actually didn't get what we bid for. We ended up getting peace and conflict resolution as our topic, or the goal at hand. And it was very hard for us to come up with an idea, because there's no one physical thing that you can show for peace and conflict resolution. So it was a broad category where it was mostly emotional, um, where there was an emotional aspect to it and not like a physical thing to display. So we brainstormed for a lot of time, and then only decided, you know, maybe peace and conflict is not just about war, and you know, it's a broad category. So when you dive deep and you search, you find these areas such as body shaming that comes under this umbrella. And we decided to go ahead with body shaming, because in the Sri Lankan society you can see a lot of that. Whether you be thin or whether you be fat, the people are going to have a problem with it, and they are not going to stop at it. They are going to voice their thoughts, and people actually get hurt because of the words, and the message should be strong enough to come across. And then we decided the only way we can reach a massive audience and also get the message across such that most of the youth are impacted by it is by creating a short film. So we went ahead and got with a production company, and then we had script writers, we had script doctors who would go through the script and, you know, modify it and amend it as such. It was a whole like a professional side to it. And then we had actors, actors as in students from our own university who were studying film and television at the time. So they were also, that was also a good experience and a good opportunity that we could create for that, for them as well. So they got together, and we compiled the whole script, and the short film was done. And then the next big task was to like get the television casting like channels to, you know, actually broadcast this. But obviously it was a huge challenge, because it cost a lot of money. And then we went ahead and reached out to Vapa Television, and they agreed to it, and it was broadcasted there. And then we published it on our Rotaract Club University of Kelania's YouTube channel as well. And it's still open for everyone to see. And I think we did like a massive task in it, and we hope that we have like achieved the objective of the project.
I hope so too. So if anyone new is coming to a track, would you recommend it?
I would recommend it. Yeah, I would recommend it for sure, because the experience you get, the exposure you get, the connections you make is something that, you know, you don't get to experience in another dimension, I would think, because this club has given me a lot of opportunities. It has, you know, showed me a lot of, you know, new ways to do things as well, and even balancing work. I think now if a student or an undergraduate is supposed to go to the corporate world, I don't think, if they have not done anything like Rotaract or any other club, or haven't been participating in any club or society, it would be really hard for them to have that work-life balance. But with Rotaract, when you start to do your studies and balance Rotaract and then do all these things, you get how to manage your time. You get to develop, like while you try and help the society, you get to develop yourself as a person as well. So I would definitely recommend joining
Okay.
Rotaract. Yeah.
ISO PD.
Can I say both?
Okay. Okay, you can say that. But if I has asked one, what would you choose?
Since I am currently in PD, I would say PD. Yes.
Okay. So I think one of the objective that we are having this podcast is to get to know you
Yeah.
and to get to know the avenue as well, and use this platform to introduce AI to our attractors, our society, and integrate itself into the movement.
Right.
So we have got questions from the ChatGPT. We ask, okay, is a professional development director coming to our podcast? So what are type of questions we should ask? So ChatGPT prompt out some questions. So I'm gonna ask these questions.
Right.
Maybe what are these? Okay. There's one thing here is how do you ensure that the professional development projects and activities are accessible and inclusive for all members?
Okay, so this we actually plan at the initial stage. So once we come up with a project idea, then we see if it is like if the project matches the audience. So sometimes, like with the exhibition, if I can take the exhibition as an example, that's open to everyone. So we make sure, because we opened it in such a way that everyone has a say in it. So it's not just directed to one side. It's open to different categories. It's such a broad. You don't have to have a demonstration. You can just publish your idea in the form of a case study. So as such, we can make sure that it is inclusive and open to everyone in that side. Then there are projects like Build You. So we've mainly focused that on our members, but we have opened it to everyone. In reaching the audience, we definitely
Even for
go
school
through.
children, right? Build
Yes. So for that, what we definitely we have to have a strong PR, and for that we do share our flyers and posters and make sure that our batchmates get to it through our batch representatives, and as such the process is done like that, so that everyone is accessed, like they get access to all our materials. And we ensure that even schools, through our club relations, we make sure that the interact clubs get in touch with what's going on with our projects and stuff. So that's how we ensure the accessibility.
Yeah. So one of the advantages here is we can brainstorm our ideas. So one of the questions that I missed. So one of the questions here is, I think you can answer it from the IS perspective as well, because all the Rotaractors perspective were in that project. How has the COVID-19 pandemic and also this economic crisis affected your club's activities, and how has you adapted to continue offering valuable opportunities for its members?
All right. So I think, like you said, I can relate this to last year, because this year with COVID-19 was not much of a problem, even though the economic crisis is still at large. But last year it was definitely a lot of trouble for us, because we wanted to have projects done physically. Like even with Rota Tomorrow Project Charita, the short film was kind of hard to carry out in another place because of the restrictions with COVID-19 and sponsorships. So reaching out to sponsorships was really hard, because even from a club we should understand that this crisis is affecting everyone, and organizations also. So we have to think of that as well. We can't definitely, like the other times we can just submit a proposal and get the message across, but this time we had to be lenient in setting the amounts as well, because we have to think from the organization's perspective as well. So it was really hard, but nevertheless we have to understand that with what resources we have, what we can do. We shouldn't try to go beyond that. So I think all the projects were successful because we understood what resources we had, and what we were capable of producing by utilizing those resources. So I think that's how this.
Real difficult, isn't it? Getting
Yeah.
sponsorships these days.
Yes, even these days it's really hard because of the economic crisis.
So getting from virtual to physical, how hard is it? Or easy it is?
I feel like it has been tougher because with the projects you need a lot of manpower, right? So you expect the participation of all the members. But when it was virtual, we thought if it was physical, it would have been way easier. But had it been virtual, what we understood was students, since our club is a university based club, so all our students are having lectures and exams. So last year with virtual you had online exams and online lectures where even if you miss a lecture you can go through the recording, but now it's a physical setting and students are supposed to come here, so there's a lot of time wasted on transport, and then students don't want to miss any lectures because there's no recording of it. So I think because of that we have lost a bit of manpower this time, but we have also obtained the we have been able to widen our projects objectives and kind of do it in a physical setting because of the restrictions being removed. But in another side we have lost a bit of manpower, I feel like.
Yeah.
So
I think because of the academic calendar is also very shortened due to the lost time, and
Yeah.
now it's before it's 15 weeks, now it's 12, 10.
yes
Back-to-back lectures. Yeah, I feel that also. So getting to know you a bit, I think you use social media, right?
yes.
So what
I
is
would
the
say,
most used one?
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
So if anyone doesn't know how to do PR or how to get the followers, what is the advice for the listeners? How do you get the PR? How do you get the post and activities? How do you get this?
You mean like to promote your own social media account?
Yes,
Or
you.
okay, so mine is private.
Okay.
But if it was like, the first thing you would do is make your account public and also get relatable content. Something that's relatable is something what attracts followers, I feel like. And if you make the right connections and good at the right time, I feel like you can boost up your following. And yeah, in the context of content creating, I feel like what our crowd would prefer is relatable content and entertainment. Yeah.
So I think getting back to one of our objectives
Right.
here. So one of the objectives, as we have said before, is to integrate AI into the Rotaract system, into the Rotaract Club of University of California especially. And that's why we are talking directly to directors so the members can get the advantage. So we have the question is generated by ChatGPT, the questions that I asked from you. And another tool or another platform that today we are going to introduce to the audience is called BrandMark. So this is a unique professional logo for your business. This site has called that. So it's a logo creator, AI logo creator. So I think you have your pioneers on the way, right?
Yes,
We can create a logo. So we'll try this
that
out
would be
here.
fantastic. Yes.
Okay. So I can create my logo. So everyone, you can go to app.brandmark.io and you can get a free AI tool that can generate your logo just typing your word. So even if you have, like you said before, we have lost a bit of manpower
Right.
due to this academic stress and the economic crisis. Even in the free times, the students are going for the part-time jobs, not coming to volunteer work. It's difficult. So if you have lost your, if you don't have a designer, or if someone is struggling, it's one of the tools that you can use. Okay, it only takes 2-3 minutes. Okay, you can type the brand name here. Brand name is fine. I think the audience can see it on the screen. Let me screen record it. Next, you have brand keywords. So the pioneers is innovative and exhibitions and science based or right. So you can get the keywords here. So see type in innovation and exhibition and science, robots.
That would do for now.
That would do. Okay. We'll go through the color palette.
Let's go with green because
so it will generate logos. Internet connection is a bit slow here. I think you will see the designs on the screen. What are the designs you have? You have multiple designs on the screen. So not multiple, about close to 30-40 designs. So you can edit one of the designs and get in a project within 2-3 minutes. So that's the advantage we have within AI. So there are a lot of AI tools that we have implemented and we are going to try. That means as I said before earlier in the podcast, AI will not replace humans, but AI will replace humans who don't use AI because they know how to brainstorm, how to get the things faster than the human. So that's what we're doing. So finally, any thoughts about your avenue and any message to the audience and anything about AI?
So I am also new to this platform. I think everyone should have some knowledge about technology because to be realistic, it is going to be our future. It is already our future, and AI is So I need to get and get in touch with this actually. Like before, when you asked before this podcast, I was also not sure, and I had to go through what it was. But that itself, like what you did right now, I mean, it will probably take me like 3 days to get that work done, this same work done from one of our members, given their busy schedule and whatnot. But yeah, this just makes your life easier, and it will only make your life easier if you know what's going on as well. So regarding our avenue, we have had a successful journey up until now, and we hope to conclude it on a successful note as well. And to everyone who is not in Rotract, I do recommend joining Rotract and getting the whole experience out of it. Yeah, so that's about it.
Okay, thank you, Senith, for coming for the podcast. So, audience, I hope you enjoyed the podcast and get to know the professional development avenue and the director also. So, see you on another episode on Intellia podcast series.